Hello, welcome to my video about my article. Pull it up. My article is Hostility, Job Attitudes, and Workplace Deviance, a test of a multi-level model. And essentially what we have here is some research investigating the behaviors under workplace deviance, counterproductive behavior, antisocial behaviors, and wondering how they all connect. When we go down below, we can see what we have is series of 7 hypotheses going in between the variables in which interpersonal justice is going to have prediction of state hostility, relying on one's trait hostility, as well as interpersonal justice on job satisfaction and state hostility on job satisfaction, leading to work deviance, and those are also going to be separately pathed by interpersonal justice to workplace deviance and state of hostility to workplace deviance. Essentially, we get a range of hypotheses, which range from number 1 being within individuals, interpersonal justice is negatively related to state hostility. Hypothesis number 2, within individuals, interpersonal justice is positively related to job satisfaction. Hypothesis 3, within individuals, state hostility is negatively related to job satisfaction, and the state partially mediates the relation between interpersonal justice and job satisfaction. Hypothesis B, with hypothesis 4, within individuals, job satisfaction is negatively related to workplace deviance, leading us to number 5. Within individuals, state hostility is positively related to workplace deviance, and job satisfaction in particular mediates the state hostility workplace deviance relation. And to 6, within individuals, interpersonal justice is negatively related to workplace deviance, and job satisfaction partially mediates the interpersonal justice workplace deviance relation. And to our last hypothesis, that trait hostility moderates the within individual interpersonal justice state hostility relation, such that the relation is stronger, more negative for individuals with high trait hostility. And to do this, they used an range of full-time employees, and they essentially did voluntary participation through recruited emails in which they were given informed consent, and they did a survey every day after work. An email was sent to remind the participants to complete the survey after each work day. And they did this for a total Monday through Friday for a period of 3 weeks, which resulted in a total of 15 possible observations for each individual. Excuse me. When we go to our analyses, we can see the breakdown of how these were measured, but if we go down to analyses, we can see that Level 1 variables were measured within individual level of analysis, and Level 2 variables were between individual level of analysis, as we discussed in class. When going through this whole article, we searched for if there were any random slopes, and we didn't find any evidence of any mention of them, so we're assuming that all of the data was ran as fixed slopes. The questions that I did have sorry, I'm getting over a cold, is answered in class. And as far as the results, the last question that I did not include were bestly described with this path coefficient chart of that individuals with interpersonal justice had a significant but somewhat weak positive effect prediction on job satisfaction, whereas state hostility had a negative 0.56. So those who are more hostile are least likely to have perceived rates of satisfaction at their job. Same thing between interpersonal justice and deviance. So individuals who are less likely to have interpersonal justice are more likely to be deviant at work. We can see that those with hostility states are also more likely at a very significant level of 3.32 as the path coefficient to be deviant within the workplace. And then those who would also have their job satisfaction at a lower rate were also significantly to be more deviant within the workplace. So I do thank you for helping me reading up this chart. The predicted variables that we had, I did forget that, were interpersonal justice, which was said to be below 0.5, so below their intercept of 0.124, and trait hostility, which was negative 0.12, which would be below our 0.124 for not the standardized. We are using the unstandardized, so we got negative 0.17 below our intercept and negative 0.16 for our two predictors within level 1 and level 2. Hopefully I explained everything okay. Sorry about the coughing. Have a good night.